Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel here today. Today we're going to be tackling the first two episodes of the second season of Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei. That would be Zoku Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei, apparently. The sequel too. So yeah, very excited to be jumping in here, and we're going to start with a little bit of a question. So let me see if I can get this up somewhere. Is that going to work? Kinda. That's probably a little bit better. But bear with me on this one, because I was looking into the whole Zoku situation. Now, keen viewers of the channel and also Monogatari fans will remember Zoku Owari Monogatari, which was kind of like the sequel to the end of the story. That's kind of, again, paraphrasing, but that's kind of what that title means. So then I'm like, oh yeah, sweet, Zoku, I understand that part, the sequel to Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei. That makes sense to me. Until I looked at this kanji here. Now bear with me, I'm going to pop over to Jisho over here with that one, and have a look at Zoku. So Zoku down here means sequel, second series, that kind of stuff, right? With this kanji. Not with this kanji, which means layman? Or something? Vulgar, potentially? And again, we get into the weeds a little bit on a language that I don't speak, but vulgar could mean something, I think. That could be, you could attribute that to some kind of pun they're trying to make on the title there. I think that's neat. So again, this is like the only real evidence I've got, and down here we've got the similar kanji, so I'm like, am I misreading something there? Again, I don't really know this stuff very well, but funny, I think? I think funny. We're going to have to see. But either way, I have the YouTube comments up there ready to go from last week. I thought last week was a really weird finale to a season of anime. Spending that last episode kind of faking out the audience, in my opinion, and then introducing two more characters and playing fast and loose if even there was going to be a season 2. And yeah, lots of trolling. We like to do a little bit of trolling here, apparently. So that's our kind of setup for Season 2. This thing's pretty irreverent, and it's going to go and do whatever stupid direction we want it to go in. I think somebody on a previous comment on a previous episode said, half this show is literally just shitposting. Stop taking it all too seriously. It's hard. It's hard for me to differentiate sometimes. It's just Kometa and Shinbo just fucking one-upping each other with stupid references, pretty much. But anyway, I've got two YouTube comments up here ready to go from Sal, which will kind of focus us up a little bit. And there we have it, Season 1 done. Odd doesn't even begin to describe this show. Mitama Mayo reminded me of the Green Powerpuff Girl. I could see that as well. Again, all in the eyes, isn't it? I've got to commit these names to memory as well. Mitama seems pretty easy, and I believe the other girl's name was Ai. So maybe we'll watch out for that one. I'm kind of playing fast and loose when I'm using like last names and first names as well, so I don't know. I'm still calling him Itoshiki Sensei, not Nozomu or whatever. And I don't know, I call like, Kafka or like Fura, whichever one I want to play with there. Senetsuki, I just say words. I don't know what I'm saying half the time. I felt like some of the characters acted oddly in these episodes, but I don't think there's anything there. Just red herrings, because, Mitama Mayo was introduced. Sorry, I can't exactly pinpoint any specific moments, just the vibe I got. I'm with you. I thought people were, especially the end of episode 11, people were very dramatic. And I'm like, what's going on? Should we take that seriously? The answer is no. And yes, I agree with this. So much proto-monogatari stuff in there, not just the street signs I shouted out, but getting reminded here of there's kind of a scene where we kind of punch the ding-dong dashed guy, or he punches Itoshiki, and yeah, it's that exact same cut. Put it on screen if I can find it. If I can't find it, I'm sorry, but like... And again, that feels like a reference in of itself as well, so... Alright. I don't know, it really does feel like, and I'm wondering if because when did this thing come out, actually? I should find that out. So this is firmly in early 2008, so we're still not even beginning to think about Bakemonogatari yet. But yeah, like, as we continue, it's only going to get more prominent, considering how much staff crossover there and how kind of close they are chronologically. I'm 100% with you on all the character stuff you said you liked. Mitama's eyes, Nami's angry face, in particular. Yeah, put it up on screen. That's just good content. That's good stuff. Tsunatsuki laying in the coffin, probably my singular favorite joke. Up there. There was a few really good ones last week. And yeah, just the nice kind of camaraderie of that scene of the two of those characters waving at each other. United in stalking, I guess they are. And yeah, don't get me started on Megaka either. Don't get me started. I don't need to go down that rabbit hole again. But yeah, we'll leave it there for the YouTube comments and we'll shout out the patrons. And then I guess I'll set us up broadly about Season 2 and expectations there within. So yes, I have a Patreon. It is available, linked in the description below. $6 a month pretty much gets you access to everything a week early. There's a poll going on. Well, it would have finished for public, but Patreon patrons, you can vote in it and have double votes. That'd be nice. Either way, many people have supported the channel, and I'm very thankful to Mickey Babbers, AJ, Bananarama Hamadama-sama, Bisa, Bobbin, Capella, Choba Ribby, Copley, Dapper Dwarf, Darky26, Domobot, Ed, Fancy Question Mark, Fleur Nightingale, Fruit, Fusel, Gloriana Tenebrae, Glyke, Gus N, Hans Peter, Ika, Yako Yavanen, Jacob R, Chummy Boo, Joran, Kasogtha, Kelvin, Clem, Nosta, Cot Begemot, Lick H, Lou, Mistake L Chen, Molly Weinberger, Mr. Maniacs, Nico Lane, Parnick, Pencil Sharp 333, Ragashingo, Ron Lad BNK, St. Lily, Sal, Sam1373, Skeleton, Tentacult Member, Waifu Overdose, Without a Net, Zach, Shinshio Iyoshi, Akomancer, Binshi, Voodoo Chili, Aidan O'Brien, Bin Flu, Greybeard, and the Lazy Panda Man. Thank you to everybody for giving me money. I enjoy the money. Season 2 of this strange show. What are the expectations? I would have expected more characters, but now I'm unsure. I think, again, it's just going to be very of its time. So expect a bunch of 2008-esque references as opposed to the stuff we got in 2007. These things are very quick after each other as well, so shouldn't expect much stylistic change, maybe a little bit of upping of fidelity as technology and time increases on stuff. They're getting more used to drawing the characters and whatnot. I don't know what else to expect. Elevation is a word that I like to use. Are we going to do anything like that and become greater than the sum of our parts? Are we going to try to say something bigger? Maybe? Are we going to try to tell a more, kind of serialized story? Potentially. I don't know. We're going to see. It's thrown me for a loop talking about this show. It's just nonsense to me sometimes, and that's okay. I like nonsense, especially funny nonsense, and again, that is half the battle, as I do like to say. I'm downloading the episodes right now, but they'll be ready soon. Still celery stuff, by the way. But yeah, Patreon, like the video, subscribe, all that stuff. Let's jump in here to episode 1 of Zoku Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei, the second season. Let's jump in here. Rightio, I have episode 1 of season 2 of Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei up there ready to go. 23 minutes and 40 seconds on this one, so sync up accordingly with your own copy. I have the celery subset, so same as last time. It's been neither here nor there. I've also got liner notes, so I've got liner notes for season 2 downloaded as well, which is all well and good. I don't think they're there for Season 3, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And yeah, picture-in-picture version, as always, in the description below for your viewing pleasure. Let's give this thing a 3, 2, 1. Radio, 3, 2, 1, go. Lighting. Dingy classroom. Storage. What the fuck are you talking about? A pyramid scheme. I'll make a profit. Why are we starting a pyramid scheme? Alright, Kaire's doing her thing too. Is this a fantasy? I know. Very bad with women. Okay. Are we going to continue off of that at all, or is that... No, we're still here. Okay. Also panty shot. Another one? Implied panty shot. Very classy. Alright. Less classy. Man, I'm going to be digging into those damn liner notes for sure. Alright, it looks like it may be falling down on him right now. A Man in Black type. Ah, of course, Hamasho. I think it looks a lot better this season. At least early. Alright, you guys have been... We're back. Pause? Okay, we will be researching said pun. Oh! They're all part of the cult. I don't know, you have a tumultuous relationship with these kind of tram-type vehicles. Escape route? So, I don't know, Naruto, apparently, as well? Oh, he's doing the thing. What are they? What are these silhouettes? I don't know about the whole Zig idea. I thought we stopped doing Tanya the Evil. So just let me get this straight. This started with a pyramid scheme, and then he was bad with women. And now he's fallen into some kind of religious cult shenanigan. Animation's great, though. I even liked his Naruto run before. Oh, here we go. Full circle. I'm bad about women. I mean, what a nightmare. How terrible. Yeah, very spy movie now, too. Oh, maybe less spy movie, more occult? This fucking Bible black head ass. What is this? You don't want to be turned into a beetle man. That beetle man comes with a lot of baggage. Oh no, he's cool. He's got like a Kambaru arm. This is going from 0 to 100 very quickly. Okay, now pirates. I want to go back and look at some of those silhouettes as well. Oh, hello. Okay, so we're like full alternate universe? Sure. feels reminiscent of episode 1. This almost feels like, not reincarnation, but kinda? Like cycles, you know? But why would that benefit? I think I recognize that person. I need to check out that haircut, though. I don't know, man. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what's going on. Oh yeah, new opening. What's gonna clean my house when I'm not there? The humble Roomba. This slaps. Holy shit. Holy shit. I already liked opening 1. This song fucking slaps. Holy fuck. I almost saw what she ate for lunch. Is that like fan art or something? Fan art? It seems like we're doing a similar thing maybe where we'll get a visual to this later on. I wanted that song to keep going. No way. I want him to hit that Roomba shit one more time. Thank you for buying the DVD. I didn't. Sorry. Okay, episode 1. A different quote? My. Name is... Oh, it's about Nami? Crossing that boundary. Maeda? Why was there one faucet pointing up? No one's here. Oh, no, she is here. Oh. I mean, what is he doing ever? I think this is the first time we've got like genuine Nami like self-dialogue. Very funny. Now I remember. Exactly. They didn't worry about you and your truancy. They didn't worry about you and your injuries because there's always somebody worse, more extreme. What? Huh? Yeah. Who's gonna outrank you here? Oh, yes, of course. How did I not remember? Mario, of course. Uh-huh. No. What a game. What a story, Mario. Thank you. Mataro. Why? Okay, that's terrible. This is an interesting way to reintroduce everybody. Like? Oh, that's a cool shot. Oh! You got outranked by him again? I guess he is the suicidal one. So he wasn't a truant after all. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of lost its, oomph now that he's done it so many times. Extremely negative teacher. Huh? You most certainly are normal. I use normal in a positive sense. Okay. When framed like that, it's pretty bad. Hey, yo. What? What does that mean? Okay. Oh, yeah, you have brothers that are... Yeah, I remember. You have to be more extreme. Even I'm the extremely precise girl, I guess. Excuse me? It was very red-tinged coffee. I remember. I remember. Yeah, I wonder how much those last two are going to become kind of coupling addict. That's an interesting way to put it as well. Yeah, she won't leave. An unlikely partnership. What is this framing? What? It's exactly like that. Go on. Yeah, it looks horrible. What is this challenge? I challenge you to stay in school. A little bit. The feedback on the microphone's great. Also, again, extremely Japanese joke, I'm sure. It is very lonely. It's a lonely piece. Sans the lyrics, of course. Also, I'm a little bit thrown off by the visual. It's a little bit deep fried. Golf? No, not golf. These are the horrors that Komori has to go through every single day, remember? I was gonna say it sounded like, our good friend Fudra. Not this again. Really is like Monogatari. What? I'm very relaxed, Fura, thank you. Is that the ingredients list? I guess I never really thought about it this way. Very evocative, like sound, smell, the look of like after school. Oh, who's that in the back? That's normal. She's trolling? Oh, lost the challenge. What was that? Blue? Yellow? Red? Bro, everyone's just here. Huh? Pun? What in the fucking Jujutsu Kaisen is this? I know. Way too normal to be in this class. Bum bum ba-dum. ED? Yeah. That episode flew by too. And also, what is this art style? This is actually sick. Hello? Why do they look so cool? The siblings. Oh, I love that guy. I would love to... I can kind of see the general aesthetic, but I'd love to know like a concrete thing they're parodying here. I feel like I've seen it somewhere. But that was great. I loved that first episode. Feels like I'm on board with what to expect a little bit from the show now, which is the unexpected, of course. And I thought the structure was very smart in that it kind of introduced all the characters again. Because, again, some time has passed between the end of last session and this one, right? So people need a reminder of what the characters do. We need to put down the eyeline and the lipstick, though. I mean, it's their prerogative, I guess. Sure, man. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, bet. Sick. Do I know the name Katsuya Terada from anywhere? Yeah, I thought it might have been Zelda. I see some Zelda stuff here. Interesting. Okay, weird. Moving on to episode 2, I guess. Don't really know what to expect, but sure. And yeah, same as always. Episode 2 up there ready to go. 23 minutes and 40 seconds. Salary, subs, picture-in-picture. Let's jump in here. Radio? 3, 2, 1. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 13. July 13th. Nice day. Commodore Perry? Explain yourself. What the fuck? There's another middle-aged freak. Hello? Oh, I get to hear the song again. Let's go. This shit slaps. I don't even care. Who the hell is Commodore Perry? It's so good. Holy shit. Good singing there too from I think that's Cherry. Those piano flourishes there are really nice too. Pardon? Okay. Perry-san? What is that voice? Okay, so he's gonna open things. That's gonna be his gimmick. Whatever you say, Perry-san. Is he... He sounds like a menace. He opened every single book. He works fast, too. Alright, what else is going to happen? What else can he open? Umbrellas? Lockers? What the hell's an Evercan? Fucking Elmo? What's happening? He opened all the gas? Randy McNally? Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Opening. I was gonna bring this up. What? Huh? Perry should be fired out of a cannon into the sun. Well, guess what I have to do? Do the catchphrase, say the line. I agree. How terrible. Sound effect. I mean, who's gonna stop this evil, evil man? Oh, okay. Great assist. At least it'll get him to, start focusing on not the children. He's in his mind palace? Also, how did you get in here, Fura? I only exist inside my own mind. Are we damning Perry to eternal damnation? Are we going through the 7 layers of hell with Perry? Oh, here we go. Zetsubou Star. No. The one thing that Commodore Perry could not open. What? To get trolled? Okay. Something should not be opened. Of course. What is that mysterious structure floating through the water? What, you're just some kind of deviant? So it's it's your fault. And that's when I vowed to become a pedophile. Is somebody gonna help her, or a pun? I hope Perry perishes and never returns. Peril? Like Beryl? Cool. Get Perry out of my life. I don't want to see. I don't want to see that freak ever again. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, bet. Okay. Is excess going to be our general idea? Excessive screen tone? Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, moving swiftly onwards. Ah, the seventh dwarf. Indeed. Be more specific? What, be excessive? Never a negative opinion. You're very smart, Kafka. Thank you. Oh. Or not. Oh. Yeah, that is too much food. I think they've just gotten us. Baskin Robbins. Now you're just making me hungry. Double hatting it up? I wish I had another one. Yeah. Hammers. If you're doing any of this stuff, I don't have that problem. It's like EB Games, they're always having a sale. Okay, I liked that one. Oh, and a trillion examples. Oh, high fashion. You can. Dress up game. Very cool. I think they're trolling him. No way. Okay, they're pretty funny. I don't want to make anything to do with you, man. They made him look... He's actually got aura in that picture. What the hell? Yeah, you're bald and you're going to stay bald. Terrifying. Oh. That certainly is an adornment. Oh! Man, I thought it was going to be Perry-san again. Nah, he's like ex-Yakuza or some shit. Oh, voice! So this is his other brother? Okay, because I don't think we've met him before. This show is nonsense. It just goes. Thank you for your input, Maria. Where are we? Yeah, okay, bet. The hell are you talking about, man? Alright, we're being very clever. Wait, this guy's here again. Who? That we don't know each other's names? This is so stupid. Why are we at the beach? What? Oh, okay. Okay, that was pretty good. Don't call them that. Yeah, no. You gotta... You gotta... What is that way? What? Would it belong to you? Oh. Are you concerned about that at all? I mean... Okay, now Nozomu's for it, for sure. That's Sebastian, come on now. Yeah, you'll be related. Yeah, brother-in-law. Why are we storming the beach at Normandy? What is happening? Zaibatsu? What the hell is consent? Why would they want to marry a Japanese man, I wonder? Well, you'd be... What the hell are you talking about? Okay, former wife? Yeah, I think the noose is the only answer. They're my day ones, dude. Damn, that's tragic. Okay. Alright. That's pretty good. I'll have to look into the pun there too. Yeah, fucking old mate. How many times is... I always just say Dio. It's, oh my god. Hang on. Every time, man. Because I know that he's worked with Shaft before on Monogatari. Yeah, Koyasu, of course. Yeah, very recognizable voice, obviously. Hopefully in the show more. His character seems very funny. And I guess that answers the question of, like, we saw that kind of, like, family tree thing before. It's where he kind of fits in there. That episode was nonsense. It was nonsensical. So, again, keen to read and do the next part of the whole shebang. And I'll be super lost when I don't have my reading stuff. I'll just be like, I don't know what's happening. I could not even begin to guess. Funny, though. I was laughing. I really like Perry. Perry fucking sent me to Funny Town. But yeah, I don't know. Something happened. Cock shop? Euros and Meros? Why is Meros and Eros buying beer? What? Sure. Deeply, deeply concerning set of 2 episodes. I think I'll return tonight and talk about these in a little bit more detail. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day off regardless. So, season 2, I guess. Sure, let's talk about it some more. And we're back. The second season of Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei. The first 2 episodes there within have been watched. What did I think? I won't say surprised because the show was already good, but we're off to a rollicking good start. I feel like we've started off with some really funny jokes. I feel like the characters are, again, the characters. They're right at home. It's one of the best aspects of the show. Again, allowing each of them to shine off these particular situations. The thing that surprised me the most is, I guess, the fidelity jump. Albeit a small one, but I think it's significant. Like, this thing came out in 2008. The other one came out in 2007. I think this season looks significantly better. Again, small sample size. Again, you want to surprise people, with the new season. You want to start off with a bang, all that kind of stuff. Just keep them wary that it may lull at some point. You would also have to imagine that the first season maybe did pretty well. So then there's more reason for higher-ups to put more money into it as well. So maybe that's something going for it. Either way, I think it looks better. And, not even... Because, again, it's always looked good from an art point of view. It's Shaft. I'm just saying, there's a few more frames here and there. It was pretty obvious some episodes in Season 1 where we're just spending a lot of time just looking at the blackboard, and I'm like... I feel like we're doing that a little bit less, which is nice. As always, this thing is chock full of references. I have read the liner notes, but it was last night, so bear with me if I miss anything super obvious. As it is with this show, it's normally a bunch of esoteric nonsense that was relevant 15 years ago. Normal stuff. Oh, that and the opening and the ending. The opening in particular slaps. It's so good. And yeah, we're going to be going through the lyrics on both of those for sure. But yeah, let's jump back through. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this session. I thought it went quite well. So one question I do have, and bear with me on this stuff because I'm kind of an idiot when it comes to this thing that I do, watching anime. Notice how the subs here are low fidelity? What's the go? What's the go with that? Because you guys can see that, right? It doesn't look quite right. It's almost like it's for a way smaller, aspect ratio or something. It's odd. So... if anybody has a fix to that, because I want to keep using this copy, obviously, then that'd be great. So I will say it's particularly ambitious to start your new season of your show not really re-establishing status quo. We kind of jump all over the place. It's just like a bunch of nonsense, man. It's crazy. It starts off with a pyramid scheme, and then a Hamasho, and then... everyone's wearing masks, and then he gets, mutated, and then he ends up on a beach, and then he goes to school, I guess. The origin story, so to say. Very funny. I'm questioning it as a decision starting a new season. I will say we get back on track later in the episode where we go through that Nami section, which basically explains everyone's gimmick. I thought that was some good reintroduction stuff. But yeah, as I said, pyramid scheme. We're doing a pyramid scheme here with Toshiki. So chat room, there may be a temptation here to say that we know all of these characters, but au contraire... the kind of characters on their faces are the names of the voice actresses instead. Very, very cool. So yeah, a little bit of fourth wall stuff. It's almost like Itoshiki himself is swindling the voice actors into doing something. Maybe even doing this show, doing another season. That's some fun stuff. I enjoyed that little element of it. Yeah, so I forgot it went in the direction of him being bad with women as well, because then he gets swamped by two of the ladies that he's doing the little class with. And he also hates Lotus. I don't understand this Lotus bit. I thought we were maybe making a little bit of a dirty joke at a certain point, but other than that, it's kind of over my head a little bit, but funny, I guess. I don't know, is Lotus root something traditionally that people don't like to eat? Maybe that's the joke there. That's like, oh yeah, he's bad around women, which may, be an anime stereotype or something, and then he also just has this really normal, dislike of this certain food. And kind of like pairing those two together like they're both of equal character importance to him is the joke, I think. So again, it moves very quickly here. So he's this young, well-to-do businessman that's also doing a pyramid scheme, and then I guess the powers that be catch up with him, which also have ties to Hamasho, which is a cult. And apparently, unbeknownst to Itoshiki, he's a high-ranking official of said cult, or they're just trying to like swindle him. That's what I mean by the animation too, like... I don't feel like we saw that much motion in Season 1. This one here is pretty self-explanatory as well. Hamasho is a bit of a weird word, so we think it may be an abbreviation for two respective celebrities. Like, that's pretty good. It's neither of those things. It's something else entirely. And then I think there's a pun there with, like, beach and urine. I think. Yeah, okay, I think I'm seeing the vision. That's, like, sure, kinda. And then, like, if we go back a couple... that's like Hama. So, yeah, okay, we're getting there, I think. And then, yeah, he gets called a heretic and chased out of town repeatedly. Like, this is an extended sequence. I will say it's a nice creepy visual of, like, the, you know, one frame and then next frame they've got, like, the mask on and it's matched with the sound effect quite well. Like, if you could play this scene a little bit slower and a little bit straighter, it could be genuinely creepy in a show that, again, took itself a little bit more seriously as well. Any idea why he, like, Naruto runs? No? He just does that? Sure. Canonically, this is the way that I just think that Itoshiki runs. That's what I'm going to run with. So I believe I looked into a lot of the silhouetting done in this particular sequence, and I believe it's referencing Kamen Rider, which kind of vibes a little bit. We're doing some, like, tokusatsu stuff, you know? Kind of beshadowed, mysterious leader, cronies, like these are the little, like, mini-boss guys. I feel like that fits. And I think the less said about the whole Zieg Hamasho, the better. We'll just park that one. So this was a fun one I was reading up on as well. Apparently this is an old meme to do with school days, I believe. Listen, I haven't seen School Days or played, I believe it's a game as well. But I know about School Days. Like, I've been on the internet long enough. And I know that apparently this has something to do with it, according to the, like, liner notes. And this has been, like, a reference. Like, boats and nice. Like, a nice boat is, like, a thing, apparently. And I believe there was also, like, some external stuff. Potentially somebody in the comments could, like, explain it better. But, like, something happened. They couldn't do the School Days thing. And there was, like, boats on screen. That's the way I understand it, I think. But yeah, it's very, you know, Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei to be referencing something like that. Very into otaku culture, very into current meme at the time, that kind of thing. Like, if this came out today, he might as well be saying, like, Skibbity Sigma or something. Like, I don't know. Maybe. I guess whatever the Japanese equivalent of that would be. Back on the tokusatsu thing, I believe this is also a reference, so again, I'm not particularly versed, but generally you'll have the guy, the hero, and then there'll be a bunch of goons. Not that kind of goon, even though it's relevant, but yeah, there'll be a bunch of, like, fodder, and these are, like, the fodder that he's, like, weakness, because he's bad with women, in, like, the kind of narrative of the skit. Like, my question is, like, is this a chapter in the manga, or is this, like, an anime thing, or what are we doing? Now, with this section here, and I'm not going to rule it out, but it wasn't in the liner notes, we're talking about, like, transforming into, like, a beetle, or, like, a grasshopper, or something like that, and, again, the show itself name-checks Kafka, and turning into a beetle, metamorphosis, like, I can kind of see that as an idea there. But no, the liner notes said it was just straight up another Kamen Rider thing, like, apparently that's a thing in that show or something. I liked mine better. Mine was way smarter. But again, I guess it doesn't really go anywhere that kind of Franz Kafka's Metamorphosis goes either, so, like, I don't know. Take it or leave it, I guess. And yeah, just because I love referencing it, it makes me think Bakemonogatari as well. This is like proto-Kambaro. Spoilers for that show, I guess. Very early in that show. There is a really funny part there where he's running away and then he's like, but I won't achieve happiness if I leave, like, altered like this. Maybe I should let them fuck with my brain as well. So then he turns around and runs back towards the enemies before realizing that, no, they're not in fact going to do that. I just thought that was funny. It's a nice flip on the scene. Oh, and this was one I wanted to have a look at as well. Yeah, let's look at these pirates here. These mysterious pirates. That are silhouetted. I mean, I'm not a One Piece guy, but that certainly looks like a Luffy. Is this like a Zoro? The girl has a name. Is it even Nami? Something like that. And I think this is a guy too. Sanji? Yeah, okay. I don't know. I passed, kind of. Oh yeah, that dude too with the nose, for sure. I just caught that on the wide shot. That's great. She's always just hiding in the frame somewhere, isn't she? That's great. I guess I should fill you in. He jumped off into the water. He washed up on shore and was found by Fudra, who took him into the school, into the nurses center there, and then he becomes a teacher. I think that's like our proto like origin story here for Hitoshiki. But then I feel like we're doing a little bit of like, I don't know, we're like restarting the cycle type thing, right? Because then it feels like the start of the first season, that's the first introduction between Fudra and Hitoshiki. My memory's hazy, but I think that's correct, right? So then this then wouldn't make any sense. This plays like an alternate timeline or something. I guess. Because now we're going on about something left-wing gorilla, as opposed to whatever we tried to call him in the start. Momo... something. He had a weird name that Fudra liked to run with. He had to pay him. Yeah, and then this whole part here eludes me, because then he gets called a weird nickname. He gets suicidal, because again, that's like his thing. And then we have a beshadowed kind of Chie and Fura here kind of going like, do you want to help somebody out if you're going to kill yourself anyway? Oh yeah, it circles back to the stupid Hamasho thing, right? Marry the sacred Hanajibu Empire's daughter, which is also just Chiri. So yeah, I don't want to marry into the piss beach cult. Like that's not my thing. I don't want to do that. And yeah, I don't know. That's the opening segment, I guess, and we jump into the opening from there. It just went off the rails. I don't know what to tell you. That's crazy. Oh, then we get the Roomba song. Okay, so the opening itself visually, it's neither here nor there. I think there's some fun stuff with fan art and like Maida that we do later on, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to read these fucking lyrics, which are about a Roomba. Not like a Roomba with two O's, but a Roomba with a U, which is like a dance, right? Yeah, largely associated with Cuba, which is a bit weird, but... And then the song itself, it does not sound like Roomba at all. It's like, I don't know, heavy metal? Not quite heavy metal, but like metal. I do like we're kind of keeping the trend of saying some fucking nonsense during like the start of the opening. I forget what we did last time. It was like wobble, 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 wobble or something. Yeah, now we're going Roomba, 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 Roomba. That's pretty fun. I don't know. My wandering figure looks just like the Roomba. Your hesitating figure also looks like the Roomba. So we have a back and forth here between Itoshiki and Fura, their respective voice actors, or voice actors, let's go with, doing either part there in the opening, singing a duet. We get a little bit of Chiri coming through there as well, which is nice. And from this first lyric, or this first kind of set of two lyrics, it seems like one will say something about one thing and one will say like the same thing about the... We're making a comparison, I guess, is my point. I live the Roomba as I stagger around. From the side, it looks like you're doing the Roomba. Like, I was trying to find something with maybe Fura's got a positive spin, Itoshiki's got a negative spin, something like that. Would you like to dance with me? Hell no, you can't dance. And then that's kind of Chiri's voice coming through. I don't think Chiri can dance either. Doing a one-man Roomba is so meaningless. Don't ever come here again, go Roomba by yourself. Who appraised me? Tigers and leopards are in our hearts. I don't know, man. They don't even know the beasts are lurking inside. And yeah, this is the only visual we get for the opening thus far. Looks like a bunch of various fan art by people, which is pretty sick. This one up here, not quite as sick, not quite as all about that. That's a little bit... It's a little bit much. Yeah, I don't know if there's a story behind this or what. I'd be keen to learn, of course. Mark me down and set me loose, says Maida. Come on, let's use this opportunity to run away. Dance, wear the Roomba. Okay, the Roomba as a dance is like... You do it in a duet, generally. It's like you dance the Roomba with somebody. And it's also a dance of love. So finding solace in a one-person Roomba could be kind of deep, maybe? I'm like impressionistically dancing my Roomba and expressing the very value of my soul as an individual, but not as a pair. Something like that, maybe? Or, I don't know, it's a bunch of bullshit. It's one of the two. Will a day ever come when I can smile lightly with you? Who knows? Who knows, I should say. And then we kind of replay a lot of season 1 stuff. And then it said, thank you for buying the DVD. You are the reason we're able to produce more Zetsubou Sensei. Thank you very much. I didn't buy this shit at all, man. I'm sorry. Again, because we're reflecting episode 1 so very much, we, show off the cherry blossoms and have another quote. The biggest happiness there is after falling in love is to confess that love, says Gide, I guess, who was around during the early 20th century. Every single time I do something like this, man, it turns into a whole big can of worms. I don't want to even touch any of that. I don't know, man. I don't know. His quote was lovely, though. I thought that was quite nice. Just not, Anyway, let's park that. That's not good. Okay, so then we get into the Nami bit, and the Nami bit is that she's too normal. She's trying to, get some attention and rebel out and that kind of thing, but she's too normal to make it work. I think it's a very funny bit is what I'm getting at there. Color work here is great too. She's always outranked by somebody. There's always a bigger fish when it comes to whatever she's trying to stand at in doing. I think the first and funniest one is that she tries to, be a truant, not go to school, be late, all these kind of things, right? But she's being beaten by her teacher. Like Itoshiki hasn't been seen in a few days. I think that's very good. Is this going to continue to be a character trait for Nami? Just kind of perpetually kind of pissed off? If so, she's like my new favorite character. That's basically how I operate. I'm just always just about to be angry. She's just so quaint. I love it. She's just like... It's almost pathetic. I love Nami. She's great. And yeah, as I said... Itoshiki hasn't been seen in a few days. Everyone's worrying about him. Nami kind of wanted that kind of worry. Like, it feels like he's stealing my thunder in that regard. It's pretty good. It's like, well, if they're not worrying about that thing, then maybe they'll worry about this bandage on my arm. And again, we know where the bit goes from here. There is somebody in class that has way more bandages, pretty often. Yeah, even through this segment, we kind of, like, redo the bit very quickly from the skit that was associated with this character when they were first introduced. Like we see down here, girl with doubtful DV under investigation. We did the whole thing about the domestic violence, potentially the dad's a crook. It turns out that I just like pulling tails because I'm weird. And yeah, we go around to do that with all the characters, including Abaru. Very, very cool. Next cab off the rank is Maria. You want to play like, dad's lost his job and we're running out of money and things are looking rough. Well, Mari is like the poorest kid ever, and I mean, she's not like meant to be here. She's not a citizen. Something, Maria had to eat poison mushrooms because they were the only food available. Okay. Don't eat the poison mushrooms, I would argue. But again, how are you supposed to know, I guess? So again, she's already garnered more sympathy than Nami ever had for whatever happened with her dad. Oh, loved this shot here as Nami's kind of hell-bent on taking it to the nth degree. Like, hey, I'm done playing around, it's time for me to look out the window of doom. But again, who in the class is way better at committing suicide? It'd be the teacher. It'd be Itoshiki. And like, no one's even surprised, or at least Chie isn't. She's like, oh, that's where you were, okay. There was also a rad shot here with the blood kind of splattered on the wall that I thought was a really nice touch. So Nami's kind of just been around? Question mark? Is this like how the manga introduces her as a character? Like, she shows up and tries to do this kind of stuff and then just keeps getting one-upped by people? Because if so, this is really great what they've done, right? They haven't, like, deep dove on Nami up till now, because she's you kind of already get it. You don't need to do an episode like this, but keeping it in the tuck for an introduction to a new season is great TV. That's great writing. Like, recognizing that this works better as a reintroduction to the characters rather than just using it to introduce a character that could have been, you could have just figured it out on yourself anyway. Like, it's really good. That's really, really good. And then we start to spiral, as these bits generally go. Nami gets called normal. She has a complex about that word. It's never used in a positive sense. And my counter-argument is, it depends on the company you keep. I call people normal, and it's a compliment. Yeah. You're normal, man. You're good. Like that kind of thing. But again, maybe there's some language barrier stuff there too, where the word itself in Japanese maybe has different implications. I guess you could replace with average. So how's this manga going? Yeah, it's average. How's my girlfriend? Yeah, she looks average. And right about here is where I feel like the bit just goes crazy. Like, it goes in the complete opposite direction of what I would have expected. We make a joke here about driving school and being a pitiful truant at driving school and failing driving school, and apparently they just let anybody pass. And again, it feels like I'm a little bit alienated from the culture here. That is not the experience in my country. You will be failed if you cannot drive. And from here, it's the lightning round. Nami's like a little bit concerned about the company she's keeping in this class. And yeah, we just get introduced to everybody. And I don't know what Atoshiki's plan is here. He wants the truant girl to meet the anti-truant girl, which is she's a hikikomori. She doesn't leave the place she's in, so that doesn't really count. But I thought it was a nice bit, like making these two like, oh, maybe something will happen if they meet up. I think this shot here is really cool too. I wanted to highlight it. Yeah, this kind of stuff. Then the rotating. Holy. So then these bits just go in whatever direction they want them to go, really. But like, I guess we're having a competition to see if you can become an anti-truant as well, and see if you can stay in school of an afternoon, that being Nami. And we're going to like create a vibe by which you'll want to leave. It's not as easy as it looks to be an anti-truant like myself, that being Komori. Prove that you can do it. And I thought this scene was really evocative with the soundtrack. Like, I don't know if this is a thing, but like it really feels like the end of something. It's this really kind of melancholy, lonely, almost jazzy kind of tune. Makes me kind of think of Hibike Euphonium in a weird way. Just kind of like afternoon kind of classroom stuff and kind of that style of music playing. Yeah. A bit of a weird pull, but kinda. I think the weird part here is the lyrics that Fura adds, because she's just like ad-libbing about nonsense, just kind of matching the melody with whatever word she can come up with. And then we get like deep-fried nightmare images of a school. Like, it really cultivates this vibe of, I don't want to fucking be here anymore. Yeah, there really is some really nice animation flourishes in this episode too, as Fura introduces herself as the one singing the screwed up lyrics. And yeah, we get a little bit more of this like recappy stuff. We're doing the kind of Komori bit again, where she's a something Warashi, right? Zashiki Warashi, of course. Why does he say Okasa like that? Is that anything? We got anything there for why he just like looks at the window and says that upon smelling curry? What's the joke? Anyway, yeah, they were piling it on. Hey, you smell like yummy stuff outside. Don't you want to leave school now? Yeah, and I believe this is the straw that breaks the camel's back, seeing one Matoye Tsunetsuki hiding behind Sensei here, obviously being introduced to this character for the first time. Oh my god, there's a weird stalker here, what the hell? Anyone want to explain the weird light baby as well? Yeah, I don't know, that whole thing was terrifying. I don't know why those like baby legs dropped off the fucking roof. Yeah, I don't know. I basically went through that episode again and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this being weird. And yeah, I was right. It freaked me out all over again. What was the point of any of that? I don't know. We're on to the ED now. I wanted to get like a really strong analog for this art style, but I can't think of one at the moment. Maybe I'll add one if I can get it, but it's not quite shoujo. Like with the eyes and stuff. Like it's a little bit... feels more like a really specific reference or something. But I don't know, it's like this kind of almost noir-y look at the different characters in a bit more of a mature style, which I think is befitting of an ending song. You like flip it up a little bit, that kind of stuff. And yeah, it matches with the music nicely, and we're gonna address the lyrics now too. If I had never met you, then I wouldn't have these nightmares. And as we can see here, all the siblings. Very, very cool. Even the one we meet next episode, whose name escapes me at the moment. If you had never been born, I wouldn't have had to know jealousy or pain. Yeah, fair enough. Maybe the students singing this to Atoshiki? That's a bit weird. What you wanted was someone who was the very opposite of me. I can see the red threads connecting. I am the blue thread. Interesting frame to pause on as well. Try touching it right now, this heart falls in love on its own and hurts on its own. Don't touch me if these feelings aren't realized. Yeah, it gives this almost like soap opera-y, like super drama, like vibe to this ED, befitting of like this more serious art style too. Yeah, it can't help but feel a little bit sarcastic. I like it quite a bit. Also, this looks like some proto-Monogatari BS as well. Lots of buildings that look like this in Monogatari for sure. And so I think the vibe with the end of the episodes, the previews of the next one, is that we're going to be referencing various literature. This one was in the liner notes, but that's the vibe here. So when we're doing these kind of things, it's referencing a book in kind of a funny way in some way, you know, that kind of thing. And yeah, next episode time, right now it's July 13th, which is Nice Day. And apparently on Nice Day, Commodore Perry will come. And then lo and behold, on Nice Day, Commodore Perry appears. So, there's a fair bit of history here, but essentially Commodore Matthew Perry, I believe as well, not the other Matthew Perry, this Matthew Perry, but he's one that like negotiated with the Japanese to stop their isolationist policies in the 1800s, I believe. Again, this was me reading this last night and not really fact-checking anything, but that's why he's all about opening things. He's the one that like opened Japan up to the rest of the world, so to say. But he did it in a little bit of an aggressive way as well. There was some stuff that he did which wasn't so great. That's never happened before anywhere else on Earth as well. So yeah, we're also referencing that. He's a little bit of a, you know, he's very American, if you know what I mean. And yeah, if we follow the logic of the bit, the only reason he plays up to this Commodore Perry thing is because Fura said that he looked like Commodore Perry, like, way before. And then he just kind of fell into the bit. But I don't know, man, this Perry guy's a freak. Call me Dr. Doofenshmirtz. This Perry guy needs to be stopped. Joke shamelessly stolen from Discord as well. This guy fucking kills me. The way he talks, the way... Again, I'd already talked about it. Like just random middle-aged dudes in this show are so funny. This guy's a fucking riot. He's fucked. He's like, look at him. Are we serious? The way he says Kafka-chan is like, it's the stuff out of nightmares, man. And I do love that, like, Furu's always just, like, down with it. Whatever it is, she's just here for it, and I love that. Now that the Commodore is here, many things will be opened. And yeah, she's right. But how did you know that? So yeah, now we just follow this, like, buffoon guy around the school as he opens everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. He's also got superhuman speed or something. He's opened up every single book in the library and, like, left them spread open. Next up, some lockers, as well as, like, some sports bags and umbrellas and, like, everything. He's a menace. Even, not the fucking Gendo Akari coffee, man. How dare he? And yeah, again, liner notes, this is a thing that not this company, but a company that sounds like this company has done a number of times, like Evangelion-themed coffee that become collector's items. Very specifically happened in 2007 as well, which I think is the one being referenced here. Oh, that's kind of funny. I missed this joke. So Commodore Perry's in there turning on all the gas and stuff, and he's like, how dare you? I've had my eyes on this spot for a while. Like, again, his thing is he wants to commit suicide a lot, like... Pretty good. I wanted to do the deed here. Come on now. I don't know, man. Then he starts like pulling people's pants down and shit, looking for the cock. He happens to swing that way apparently. Stop him. Kill him. Rifle. Dead. Yeah, Perry goes from 0 to 100 on the pervert shit. He like breaks in to like Komori's room and then like opens her like bangs and looks at her eyes, which is weirdo stuff. And then he opens the pool because the pool was closed. Like, he wanted to... This is the thing, he opens things. But, like, puts everybody in school swimsuits as well. It can't help but feel like you have ulterior motives, Perry-san. Oh, yeah, follow-up joke here, too. Yeah. I wanted to drown myself at the school pool. Very fun. Very shrewd move here by Abiru, right? Where we focus the attention now on Sensei, right? Let's try and open his heart, right? You open things. It's like the one character trait you have. Why don't you focus on this guy? The one thing that we haven't been able to do. Open his heart up to the rest of the world, the other people. Specifically, again, here using the word isolationist for his heart. Again, tying into the whole Perry thing. Yeah, I get it. I'm with it. And then we get like super abstract in a way I really like. I love this shot here again of like the zoom out, and then we're like inside his consciousness. Like we're in his like mind palace. And like Furu's like astral projecting in there as well. Love that cut there. I think that's fantastic. Yeah, like what? This show just it goes and goes and goes. Liner notes say this is a JoJo reference. I don't know, man. I didn't see it, but sure. I don't know. Anybody pointing at the screen and hitting a pose could look like a JoJo, I guess. And then, yeah, like Atoshiki gives Perry like a look into his sick and twisted mind, and then Perry no longer wants to open it up anymore. He's finally failed. Yeah, look at that animation, man. On his like face, like they didn't have to go that hard, man. And then yeah, from here Jin turns into like, Perry, maybe you shouldn't open things. Certain things are left, unopened. Better left by themselves. Pandora's box for one. Email virus. School gate. Back of your PlayStation. Parents' bedroom. Yeah, fair enough. A slow cooker. A big clothes dresser that's like shoved full, I guess. Yeah, okay, sure. Apparently the truth is that this man isn't actually Perry, considering he would be dead. He was a fucking loser that kind of got brought into the fold by Fura. And then I think Perry says like a stupid like pun ending. And then like, I don't know, he got away with it, I guess. Next up here we do a bit about adornments from memory. And what's a good adornment and what's not or something. And we're using Hinamatsuri here as a bit of a framing device, like Chiri is participating in Girls' Day. Fair enough. I think the argument here that Sensei has is that it's excess what we're doing here, and we shouldn't live in excess. It's disrespectful. There's some philosophy there for sure. I don't know, kind of on the rewatch, this one isn't hitting quite as good. It's very quick. Like, it's way too quick, I think. Like, it's hard to comment on any of the jokes here. They're just kind of like something about a discount store that had a roller coaster on top of it as well. Something about the Seven Dwarves. Again, all of this is maybe in the kind of pursuit of creating the feeling of excess as well. You could maybe read into it that way. Maybe. And then again, in the, kind of flow of the bit, generally Furu will come in and disagree with Sensei and his interpretation and take it in a different direction. Instead of excess, it's high fashion, right? It elevates itself. It's art, When again, in reality, it isn't. It is just kind of excess. Well, actually, reality is somewhere in between those two extremes, as it generally is. Yeah, I know I'm watching this on 2x speed, but like from here, there, and then like fucking sticks up the dog's ass. Like, it's very quick is my point. And yeah, I mean, the bit unfolds like you think it will unfold. She keeps saying this kind of stuff's high fashion. You say it's excessive, right? It could be classless instead of classy. Could be another kind of synonym there we could use. I don't know, if you need a visual representation of how I feel about the bit, it's probably something like this. Just fucking... There's too much shit on me. Just get it off. I do like this joke, though, right? Fucking Isui comes in. Can you make me an avatar, too? One that's full of adornments and that kind of stuff. The one thing she didn't adorn was the bald head. Like, even though the point of the bit is that we're giving everybody a little bit extra, your character trait is still that you're bald. And we're going to maintain that the entire time. Oh, I do like this ending to the bit as well. My face cam's doing the censoring as well, which is nice. Maria found somebody else that was excessively adorned, right? Potentially high fashion as well. It's this guy who's definitely former Yakuza. Like, he has a big fuck-off scary tattoo. Like, big old back piece. Yeah, no, this guy was scary in a previous life. And then, yeah, it just goes very quick. Like, we haven't seen this guy before. His name is Kei. He's voiced by Koyasu, of course. He trips over a statue of the image of God, and then I think he gets cursed. Apparently, there's only one way he can repent, and then he's covered in, like, symbols and, like, haunted miters are like engulfing him. I don't know. Yeah, that bit's like, it feels like a like drunk a bunch of red cordial. That's what that bit feels like. And from memory, I didn't have much good to say about this last bit either, which is just kind of like, oh, he's an old friend. Like, that's kind of the vibe here, I think, right? Oh, one thing I'll mention quickly before we get started proper as well is, isn't this the same, like, tour company guy that took him on the preview vacation? Did we swindle him again? Is that the joke? I think that might be the joke, and that's quite good. So then, yeah, we meet this, like, old friend freak. Because, again, the start of the bit's like, former holiday, blah, 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 blah. Then he applauds us. He likes old things, things with tradition. So if something was in the past, then he likes it, I guess. I don't know, compare this guy to Perry, is my point. Perry clears this guy. Perry goaded. We're going to power scale Perry at the very top of the pyramid. Yeah, it kind of feels, last two segments, we're turning the speed to 11. Like, it's very quick. Like, again, we're just kind of reminiscing about how good old things are, right? You know, something Mother's Day. That's my former mother, which I like better than my new mother. This is a bit about, like, guys at college that really like freshmen that kind of leave, you know, sophomore students behind a little bit more, sophomore peers. I do like this part where he calls them old comers instead of newcomers. Just a hint, guys, probably not a good probably not a good way to talk to anybody, not just women. And then, I don't know, Furu's got this guy, like, absolutely cooked, because she's like, you didn't even have a maiden name? That's like an old name. Isn't that, like, the perfect thing for you? And then he figures that he can't get a maiden name without marrying into a powerful family. So that becomes his, like, motivator, right? Because normally, again, if you were a woman, you could marry anybody and get a maiden name, but that's not how it works for guys. I don't know, Japan rule, I don't know how any of this shit works. So and then Rin appears out of nowhere, and then, of course, he wants to marry Rin, which I guess also implies that Itoshki's family is somewhat powerful, to the point where it'd be overbearing to the point of you taking a name. I don't know, at some point in the background it also turned into like they're storming Normandy or something, like it's a big old military conflict at the beach. I'm gonna be honest, my brain is fried. I don't know what's going on. If anybody's got like... What? What is this old segment about at all? It just kind of goes off the rails again at a certain point. I kind of got the part where he wanted a maiden name, and then there was the part about him marrying, and then you'd become his brother-in-law, so he wouldn't be his old friend anymore. And then Maria brought a fucking ship container full of immigrants or something, and then and then he's going to kill himself. And then, yeah, we come through with some hidden lore at the very end that they actually weren't old friends. That's why they couldn't remember each other's names. They were one-day friends. They were friends on the first day of school and then kind of drifted apart and went to different groups, you know, as you do. And then, I don't know, there's a bunch of puns about one day instead of old, and then we're into the ED. That was it, I guess. And then we like doing like I think this is an Osamu Dazai thing again. We're going to leave it there. Prospera jump scare, by the way. I don't know, man. Brain don't work so good anymore. I'll see you next time. I really liked the episodes, though. I don't want to come across as negative. I'm just like... Could I tell you a thing about him? No. Do I think it was funny in the moment? Yeah. We're going to leave it. We're leaving it. I'll catch you guys next week for more. 2 more episodes. Please expect them. Patreon if you want to be that 1 week ahead. Like the video, subscribe. Discord. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.